Hello! Hello, everybody! Welcome to Catt and Kristen. My name is Catt Kristen. And this is what's happening. Tom is currently downstairs making himself some more tea. He was like, do you think we have enough time to make tea? And he tried. It occurs to me now that there's a chance that my Keurig machine needed more water. So that might be what's taking him. But hello. Oh, and look who's entered. From the waist down.
I mean, that's how I should always enter a frame, shouldn't I?
Hello. I don't know that anybody's watching yet. Here we go. 3 people.
We have 3 people watching my waist.
Announce yourselves.
Hi.
I'm joined now.
Hi. Greetings.
Also, you got a phone call the moment that you stood up and went downstairs to get tea, and I was like, everything's happening all at once. Everything's happening all at once. Here we are.
Hi, guys.
So, hopefully, some of you will tune in today as you are Katsucrunching, because guys, KatsuCon is 2 days away.
No, it's not. The cake is a lie. The cake is a lie. Cake is a...
I gotta get wine tomorrow.
The cake is a lie. She has to get wine tomorrow.
I have to get wine tomorrow. And possibly some sort of hard cider, because that's the sort of boo I am.
Hard cider.
Hard cider.
My goodness.
Because I'm a party girl.
She goes hard, fam.
For that cider.
She goes hard for that cider.
Listen. Judge me. Don't judge me. But have you ever had an Angry Balls before?
I'm gonna remain silent on that subject.
So an Angry Balls is it's
please
Angry Orchard.
do tell what Angry Balls is.
It's Angry Orchard with Fireball.
Ah,
yeah, Angry Balls.
That's Angry Balls.
I'll go up to a bar and order it. I will 100% say, excuse me, ma'am, sir, may I get your finest, angriest balls?
The closest I've ever gotten to Angry Balls is blue. And that's the tea.
And that's the tea. Let's see. It's tomorrow. What are you talking about? No, it's not, Luna.
No, it's not. Stop.
It's not.
No, it's not. The staff unloads Wednesday, yes. Staff starts bringing everything in on Wednesday. Thursday is the official day.
I need every second between now and Thursday whenever we leave, which we should talk about when we're going to leave sometime. But yeah, so KatsuCon convention in Maryland that we've been talking about, that is a big con, is happening in 2 days' time.
It's fine.
Everyone's fine.
It's all okay.
We're all good.
We're fine.
It's happening.
This is us.
Yeah.
Slowly cracking.
Yep, definitely. There's a great new feature on Patreon that's basically Instagram stories, but for Patreon.
Of course.
It's called Lens, which I'm actually super into. I really like it. And this morning I was like, I let my patrons see me have like a true freak out moment via my story of like thinking that I didn't have enough fabric to make these damn gloves and feet. And then,
you know, it's nice when the people that you're surrounded by get panicked for you.
Yeah, literally, Christy Lynn.
Because it takes that much of the edge off.
Literally, Christy Lynn tweeted at me and she was like, I cheered when you found the fabric in your trash can. And I was like, that sums up the entire work. Found the fabric in my trash can. Is just the title of my album before KatsuCon.
Yeah.
It's my mixtape I'll be hanging out.
It's the mixtape. Straight fire, kids. Purchase it at KatsuCon.
Please do, because this cosplay is cost a fortune. Anyway.
I'm just, nope.
No. So, is your cosplay entirely done? Are you entirely done?
Yeah, I think I'm only going to be cosplaying Friday, Saturday night, and Sunday. Like, I'm not going to bring... I don't think I'm going to bring anything for Thursday.
Yep.
I have no desire to bring anything for Thursday.
Yeah.
And, you know, to those that do go ham, Thursday morning, Thursday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday, sometimes there are cosplayers. Crazy. Like, to those that do that, like, kudos
you
for
are
you,
on
kids.
a different level.
You're champions.
There are, like, almost all of the members, I think, of my Sailor Moon group, Moon Menagerie, they all are doing, like, morning, night, and I'm like... I saw one of them post their lineup, and I was like, I am anxious for you.
I tried that, I think, 3 KatsuCons ago.
Yeah.
And it's a headache.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a headache.
Yeah, no. Especially, my whole thing is that, like, I hate wearing wigs. So, the idea, when I've gotten out of a cosplay, it means that I'm not wearing a wig.
I'm no longer wearing shit.
I'm not wearing a wig until the next fucking day. And so that's where I'm at when that happens. And so, I just, God bless. I think I'm going to do a casual Daenerys something on Thursday. Otherwise, it's just Friday, my big build, and then Saturday morning my my Moon Menagerie group. Maybe I'll if Mifa goes well, maybe I'll put her back on Saturday evening, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to want to do that because I think I'm going to spend like almost the entire Friday in her.
I think what a lot of people should, if they want to, and this is merely an idea, is if you're going to do something like that, do the really big cosplay during the morning hours. Yeah. And when it gets closer to night, casual cosplay.
Yep, exactly.
Like something completely casual. Like Saturday morning, I'm going to be doing Ursula until about maybe 6, 7 o'clock.
Right.
And then around that time, I'm going to just jump into my sexy, sassy, whatever the frig I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
And just wear that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to wear my cute, geeky gear. That's it.
Balls to you.
That's it. Forever. Can't. Cannot. Will not. Bye.
And it's... Speaking of... KatsuCon, morning cosplays, evening cosplays, conventions, cosplay, like on the whole and whatnot, like that's hard.
Yeah.
Like that is a very, very challenging thing to do. And I mean, I know that we advocate that you can cosplay as many times, however many times.
Oh, completely.
Especially at a convention that the hotel is
literally
in
right
the hotel.
There. Yeah, exactly. That's why so many people take advantage of KatsuCon for that purpose.
And it's like that's wonderful. I'm completely and totally okay with it, but that's a lot of work.
No, that's a lot of work. For me, that having to be on for that long would make me, I think, super I feel like that would exhaust my mind and my body, drastically. And, part of KatsuCon, and a huge part of KatsuCon, and part of the reason why I love it, is that, it's a wonderful con in that you can actually hear what other people are saying to you. You can actually have conversations with people. You're not, soda canned, except for the elevators. You're not soda canned, with everybody. And so, that's the beautiful thing about KatsuCon. And so I feel like putting in that extra cosplay into there would take away from my focusing on also having interactions with other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not for me.
The work that goes into that type of determination to wear 2 costumes a day, or possibly even 3 costumes a day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't even think Jessica Negri wears 3 cosplays
She barely wears.
She barely wears one.
Yeah, she barely wears one cosplay a convention. Though I cannot wait to see. That's my goal this year. Is I really would like to meet her, have just a quick moment with her.
If it happens,
exactly.
That's something. That's something else that I would like to.
It would just be super nice. I would love to see her armor in person.
I mean, one of the beautiful things about hotel cons like KatsuCon, Dragon Con, that's all that I can think of off the top of my head, is that it's a level playing field. It doesn't matter your skill set. No. It doesn't matter the amount of followers you have. Everyone by that gazebo is evenly matched because we're all nerds in that giant cluster of people.
Yep, definitely.
That's one of the beautiful things I love about it. If you ever have the opportunity to have a random happenstance with someone of stature in the community, don't take it for granted.
Oh, no, definitely not.
You can, in just the 2 seconds of meeting them, it could either be the worst experience of your life or the best experience of your life. There was a time at New York Comic Con a few years ago when I was cosplaying as Dr. Frankenfurter.
Right.
And I had bumped into Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, wow.
And, after learning all of the wonderful things he said about the gay community,
Wonderful.
I wanted to bump into him harder.
Yeah, that's the time. Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, that's a joy. And I mean, like, when it comes to KatsuCon specifically, you do have the opportunity to meet these celebrities and these celeb famous type people.
Yeah.
Because they're invited to the same hotel. They're sleeping in the same hotel as you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Just treat them as you would with anybody. You treat them with respect. If they seem like they're in the middle of anything,
they're humans.
They're humans. Yeah. If they seem like they're not on at that moment, maybe step away and be like, I got to see so and so for a second.
Eric actually told me a story. Brooklyn Link told me a story.
Yeah.
About Jessica Negri, and they were up at the roof house, the rooftop, whatever.
Right, yeah.
Rooftop bar. And she was surrounded by people.
Yeah.
And, like, he remembers having a few friends around with him, and they were really excited to meet her. And, like, she disappeared.
Yeah.
Out into the crowd. And, like, that's it. Like,
yeah,
you're surrounded by people, and you got to hightail it. Like, if you want a moment's
That's why
peace.
I try not to bother people when it seems like they are like having an off moment, when they're like having a when they need a second, when they need whatever. Like, I really try to gauge those situations, but again, just as long as you're polite to someone, and understand that if somebody's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't right now, or whatever, they're totally allowed to. They're totally allowed that. Let's see what some people are commenting.
Yeah, we have lots of
lots of people. Hello, everybody.
Greetings, kids.
The Patreon Insta stories. Anybody a lot of people here support people on Patreon. If you have the Patreon app, you can see it. It's called Lens. Google it.
GTS.
Google it. How many costumes have you guys seen people wear throughout the days of KatsuCon? It sounds like people wear at least 5 or 6 costumes. It includes the masquerade ball. Oh yeah, people will wear so many costumes. Like AM. Well, you think about it. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some people wear upwards of 8 costumes because morning, night, morning, night, morning, night, morning, night.
And don't forget.
Yeah.
The ball, the rooftop party.
Yeah.
Like, there are people that will cosplay and go to both of those things. Where, like, so that's an extra 2 cosplays. Like, the amount of work that some people put into their craft, I commend.
Yeah,
because
and they're great cosplays. Where it's like
dedication.
Each one is really an amazing cosplay. And that's the cool thing about KatsuCon too. I remember so vividly last year was that, like, it's kind of a crazy time because, like, you'll never see this in New York Comic Con because the venue closes before then. But there are people that'll be up at like 2 o'clock in the morning still doing cosplay shoots.
There will be photographs.
Yeah.
There will be photographers having photo shoots well into the early hours of the morning.
And a lot of people also take advantage that it's a lot of people that do boudoir stuff take advantage of the fact that they're
hotel
in
rooms.
Hotel rooms, which is great. It's quite a time. How people do it, I commend you. As long as you can handle it in a way that is good for you, that's really all that matters.
That's something that we really want to drive home. Like, the toll it takes on the human body to get in and out of these costumes and in and out of different makeup. And it is challenging, friends. Like, and anybody that can do it.
I'm dreading doing a makeup test tomorrow. Like, I'm dreading doing like a makeup test. That's where
I can't do a makeup test.
Really?
I can't.
Why?
Because what's going to happen is, and I learned this when I went to KatsuCon 2 years ago or 3 years ago. If I shave off all of this and do the makeup test, there's not going to be enough hair for me to shave, and I'll end up getting razor burn.
Oh, yeah. No, that totally makes sense. I totally get that. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to do it this past weekend, but I didn't have the time.
No, I know. I was waiting on some stuff to come in, but my headpiece is totally done now, so I really have to. And I should also try to put the contacts in tomorrow, too, because I've got the contacts.
One thing,
and all that sort of stuff.
When you're a cosplayer, one thing that becomes really a big issue is time management.
Yeah.
And it's... You learn what you can and can't do. You learn your strengths and weaknesses pretty much as you go along with it.
Yeah.
I think for us, it's It's a bit of a daunting task.
It is. Oh my god, it's so daunting. It's funny because in my personal life, I would actually say that time management is like one of my skills. Like I have planners, I have whatever. Like literally,
she does.
The reason that
she has books,
yeah,
books and planners and all that.
Part of the reason why I finally was like, I need to leave my office job was because things were starting to get so hectic that I couldn't keep track of them. And that's literally when I was like, okay, no, we really do need to make the lifestyle change now. So but when it comes to cosplay, also I just like this time around, I feel it now, because thank God 2 days before the con, but like I've had such a hard time getting into the headspace of working on this cosplay, even though I'm so excited about the character, I'm so excited about wearing her and
getting
finishing
yourself
her.
Into that groove.
Getting myself was impossible this time around. It was so difficult. Like just like the will to continue going was like so weird. And I tweeted this last night. I feel like during every cosplay crunch week, there's a moment when you say to yourself, if you've underprepared like a lot of people do and miss time manage, that there's a moment where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Why the fuck do I do this? And about 40 minutes later, you create something really cool, and you're like, oh, that's why.
Depression.
But you have a moment.
There are some people that work incredibly well under pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, there are also some people that don't. Doing 2-3 cosplays a day is not the gold standard.
No, it's definitely not.
You do not have to be all the way up there. Again,
to put emphasis on this, like,
do not stress yourself out over cosplay.
Literally, if you don't believe us, again, Jessica Negri, who is arguably the most famous cosplayer, she literally does about one outfit a convention now. For the full 4 days, like
just because it's that
taxing.
Yeah,
it's that taxing, and there is something to be said. And I totally understand. Like, if you're not in a cosplay at a con, you might feel like I sometimes then feel like I'm missing out on something. Like I feel almost like this weird, like, oh, I wish I was in costume right now. But there also should be moments where you take.
That'll be me Thursday.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
that'll be me Thursday.
Yeah, definitely.
Thursday I'm going to be like, oh, everyone's in a cosplay.
I wish I brought
something. And
but
then at the back of my mind, I'll be like, I'm fine.
Yeah, then you'll get over it. That's the whole thing, is we have to do what is right for you.
Also, commenting to Arash's wax your face. You come here and wax it for me. Okay? Okay? Because that hurts. That hurts a lot. I've waxed everything. It hurts a lot. Also, this goes out to my drag friends.
Oh yeah,
and also those that have hairier bodies.
Yep.
If you are doing a cosplay that requires a lot of shaving, I implore you, get it done before the convention. Yeah. It is a nasty, nasty mess getting your back shaved or your chest shaved or your legs shaved in the shower, and it creating a mess for maintenance to clean up.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd like to drive home here.
Yeah.
If you go to KatsuCon and you raise all sorts of hell from destroying property, ruining the convention for a number of individuals, you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. Yeah, there's nothing cool about destroying property, y'all.
Now, mind you,
it does make you cool.
There's going to be people that argue that, because there are individuals that will see all of the cosplayers having a good time, and will ruin it just based on their own doing.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, regardless of who accepts the blame or who gets the blame put on them, just be mindful of your surroundings. It's a public place. The cost of the hotel is going to continue to rise the more people destroy.
Hotel.
It's a gorgeous hotel.
It's a beautiful hotel. If you want them to still give us a home there, don't fucking destroy it. Also, don't leave your heroin needles around, because I remember last year I literally went to stand on this like smaller platform that a lot of people had been standing on. The hotel was cool with it. Literally put my hands on the platform to lift myself up, saw a needle, and was like, nope. That needle was very specific. I don't think it was for medical purposes. And if it is for medical purposes, because anybody that was doing that for medical purposes would not be leaving a needle
They wouldn't
around.
leave a needle.
They would never leave a needle around.
Most diabetics have their own shots containers.
No, they literally have. No. So, just don't be a fucking asshole. Don't be an asshole. That's all. Let's see what people are saying. What?
Nyquan.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Tomcat is the best Arthur cosplayer. Nobody's arguing. Nobody's arguing.
Who is arguing
if
that
anybody's
nonsense?
arguing, then that's we're about to make a
oh my goodness gracious.
a mixtape about that.
As we jump from heroin to Tom being the greatest B. Arthur cosplayer.
A casual segue.
Casual segue. There are a lot of things that get under my skin. No pun intended. Oh my God, Jesus Christ Almighty! No pun intended. You just got it. Like, I make the puns at the worst possible time.
Yeah, accurate.
I'm a terrible human being. There's a lot of things that will trigger me.
Yeah.
When it comes to heavy drugs and narcotics, that's a big trigger for me. Yeah. I know a lot of people that have lost their lives to drugs.
As do I.
I know a lot of people that are in recovery. Like, guys, I implore you, don't be stupid.
Yeah, yep.
Your health is so important.
I agree.
Like, we're advocating for NA right now.
I know, truly. We shouldn't have to say it, but
there's a lot of things we shouldn't have to say, but we say it anyway.
Don't bring around other people. If you're gonna fucking do that to yourself, that's your own.
Take your lava lamps and shove them.
But I like lava lamps.
Heroin, I don't agree with. Lava lamps, though, go right ahead.
You can put me on the record for that. I am pro lava lamp.
She loves lava lamps.
I lava you. Like not from Moana. What did that short play before? It wasn't Moana.
I lava you.
I lava you. That one.
I had not a clue.
Shoot, somebody knows. Oh, Inside Out, I think. Not Inside Out. Inside Out? Is that what it is?
I think it was Inside Out.
Yeah, Inside Out.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We're okay.
Great.
Everything's fine.
Here we are.
Everything's all right.
Anyway, if there's anything that you guys want to hear us talk about also, please, if you have any thoughts about KATSUCON coming up, anything that you want to hear our opinions on, let us know.
Yeah.
Because today is just, neither one of us has the capacity to fully delve on a particular topic today.
You realize, of course, kids, that as soon as KATSUCON's over, that's all we're going to be talking about for at least the next month and a half.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Also, yes, Jason, body waxing is the worst.
It is the worst.
It's not a fun time. Now, mind you, you're going to love this.
Oh, no.
I have incredibly sensitive skin. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So when they removed the hair from my chest, it ended up getting acne so badly that I couldn't put makeup on it. Mm-hmm. I had to do constant treatments.
I remember that last year from KATSUCON.
Oh yeah,
I remember that last year from KATSUCON.
Some of my pictures.
I just remember that it was bothering you. Yeah. I remember that. I don't remember seeing it, but
when it came to my Gajinka Pokemon Gajinka Ghastly, my chest was all open, all exposed. Like, I saw some of the pictures, and I'm like, I wish that Photoshop was a thing that some of these photographers had, because just all that nonsense and it just is irritating. That's uncomfortable. It's very irritating. That's why and I know that, like, it's less of it's for me, it's an option, but like that's why I can't even get my eyebrows waxed. Like, my skin is not that sensitive, but I get my eyebrows, and when I used to get my eyebrows waxed, I get full acne, like, surrounding it here. Yep. Been there.
Which is why I get them threaded now. I do the threading. The slow torture. Which I really should do tomorrow.
I have no choice. I mean, you want to keep these puppies in check, you gotta whip them into submission.
I want to get them checked tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll be fine. It's been a while.
She'll be right.
I'll be okay.
She'll be right.
It'll be fine. Let's see. Great. We actually have a What's your take on crediting the artist and photographer?
I am so glad.
Sips like Tomcat. I like that you used a little, I get it, wait, because it's Kermit. I get it. I was about to say I like your choice in Frog, and now I get it because it's Kermit. Okay. Continue on.
You never knew that?
No, I just have never used the emojis. I've never emojied tea and frog. No.
You've never done that?
I just send the meme.
Oh, I love that.
I just send the meme.
I love seeing the tea and the frog.
I don't ever
so
do
much.
it. I never do it in emoji form. I'm going to do that now. Thank you.
With KATSUCRUNCH just around the corner, it is so important, kids, that you credit your photographers.
We did this last year. We talked about this last week too.
I cannot implore a person enough. Credit the artists.
Yeah. If you are doing a cosplay that is inspired by someone's artwork, credit the damn artist.
Yes.
Please credit the artist. If you're a photographer, credit the cosplayer. Find out their info. If you're a cosplayer, credit the fucking photographer. If someone edited the photo, credit the editor. Do all of the things.
Now.
Yeah.
Cropping.
Oh, do not crop out that photographer's logo. It is a shitty thing to do.
If you crop out the photographer's logo.
So annoying.
No.
No.
Just no. That's... I know. I've done it. She's done it. With Instagram, it's very difficult to get the entire picture
sometimes you do it without
and
even
get the
realizing.
watermark in. That is fine as long as the photographer is still credited.
Yeah.
If the photographer doesn't get any credit, you're an asshole.
Yeah, truly. My least favorite thing is when you'll see photographers find their photos that are uncredited, ask the person to credit them, and the person gets all angry about it, like, oh, well, I'm sorry, man, I couldn't find the whatever, blah, blah, blah. I've seen Edward Photography go through this many, many times. People will take his photos, make these insane edits on them, and without asking his permission, and then posting the photo without crediting him.
Oh, that's another thing I'd like to bring up.
I hate it.
When you're a cosplayer and you have a team of people working on one image, credit them.
Yeah.
Credit the editors. Credit the photographers.
Right.
Credit the artists. Like, go through the list of people that need to be credited for the work that everyone is working on. It's a team effort.
And again, if that edit involves editing out a logo of a photographer, you have to talk to that photographer beforehand too. Especially with edits, you have to talk to that photographer beforehand.
One of my very good friends, as a matter of fact, she has conversations with them ad nauseum saying, I love the picture you took, but I'm going to edit it to make it look more accurate like the character. Your logo will still be there. Everything will still be intact. It'll just be an edited picture just so that it is more character accurate. Fine, but you're having a conversation. You're opening a dialogue with the photographer and the editors.
Yeah, definitely.
Be they yourself or otherwise.
Definitely, yeah. No, I agree. There's like that shouldn't even be something that we have to say, but like... Given that celebrity whose name we both know of, but we're not going to mention because they're an asshat, these conversations need to be had. Yeah. Yep. Correct. Oi. Oi, oi, oi.
Also, I would like to point out, I know that we only have X amount of followers on both Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. I know that not a lot of people follow us. We're trying. We're gaining traction. If you're a celebrity and you pull shit like what we're discussing, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you get to pull ranks.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. That's shitty. That's so shitty. It's crazy. Oh, let's see. Day has a question. I have a question. How do you handle someone who spreads rumors about you because they don't want you cosplaying the same character as them? What shit? That's what I think about it. That's really shitty. I had this moment. Do you mind if I go off for a second? I had this moment the other day. I was looking up on Instagram because I was trying to find what the side design of this bangle I was making for Mifa looked like. And I found on Instagram a couple people that were also making Mifa builds, and I had this moment of realization where I was like, oh, it looks like a bunch of people are actually also working on Mifa for KatsuCon. And I won't lie, I had a moment in which I was like, oh, I wish I was the only one. But then, a beat later, I followed all those people back because I was like, you know what? we have to all be together in this fucking community, and each one of those cosplays is going to be different, and it's going to bring something different to the table. My headpiece might be better than someone's fins, my whatever, you know, like, everybody's going to bring something to the table. All you really need to worry about is yourself. It's a character that was created by somebody else, and another person loves it as much as you do to make the costume. That is great. We should all be in support of each other, and also in general.
You would think in a community that is
so
full
stupid.
of people that were bullied or made fun of when they were younger for being the nerds that they are.
Yep.
To essentially, I know
Sorry.
my phone is
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
be rude to other individuals for cosplaying as the same character.
Yeah. It's so
you
dumb.
can do. There is so much that a person can do with a character.
Yeah.
So much that a person can do with a character.
Yeah.
It blows my mind to know that there are people out there that not only start rumors but throw shade for doing the same thing.
No.
Like,
I always go out of my way.
I can't wrap my brain around it.
I literally always go out of my way at conventions. Like, I remember last year at KatsuCon, there was like another Gwenpool cosplayer there the day that I was doing Gwenpool. And I remember very specifically, I like made the first move of when I was passing by her, I waved at her, and she waved back. And then we were both like, cool, we're both cosplaying the same character. Great. We're awesome. Everything's great with one another. Like, just... like, smile and move on. Everybody's cosplay is going to be different.
There's a really old expression that goes with this situation. Live and let live.
Truly. Yep. Okay.
Please, let's not get started on the amount of rumors that are started in the cosplay community. Cause
the drama is a whole other issue.
That is a topic of conversation for later.
Say whatever the fuck you want about me. I can't. I will stay leagues away from the drama. I have no interest in that whatsoever. The most I say about the cosplay community is on this, and that's it. And then I'll have conversations with people, but I stay as far away from the drama as I can. I really try to.
It hurts me.
It's a time.
Oh, it hurts me.
Getting back very quickly to the photographer thing, Nadell said something great. Can't the cosplayer and photographer talk about the watermark logo and request them to put it somewhere in the picture where both the photographer and cosplayer can be happy and give proper credit?
You know,
that's a great point.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There are some photographers out there that will insist that their watermark be either in the middle of the photo or in the corner. A lot of the photographers that I've seen will usually put their watermark in one of the four corners.
Yeah. And they usually choose it, at least the ones that I've worked in, they choose it in the most open corner where nothing is being blocked off, nothing is being...
And I mean, to those that don't do that, I mean, you have your reasons.
Yeah.
There are some people that will steal the artwork and post it as their own.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. We both understand that.
Yeah, they're also...
But there should never be a point in time when a photographer will put a watermark in the middle of the entire picture without there being some type of dialogue.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, sometimes I've seen on, like, business cards... You'll see the picture and you'll see the watermark in the middle of it. Right. So there are times that it'll be, okay, you know what you're getting yourself into. If you want to have a conversation,
you should definitely ask.
Them.
Definitely ask, though. That's a great idea. That's a great, like, just ask them. Find out.
Conversate.
Yeah,
talk.
Totally.
Make friends.
But also, if that photographer says, no, I would like to keep my watermark where it is.
Let it live.
Then you have to let it live.
Rock.
Either you decide then in the future not to work with them, or you guys figure something out. But I totally understand some of these people, too. I just think of our friends are also trying to make sure that shoots that they do for free and whatnot aren't being resold as prints, that aren't being resold as, you know.
That's something that I would thank my life.
Yeah.
If you are going to take a photographer's picture and use it as a print and you don't have a conversation with them about it, they can legally sue you.
Yeah, completely.
They can legally take you to court. I mean, there are instances when they'll say, was a contract signed? Was something signed and signed and notarized? But it's bad form to do that.
It is, yeah.
It's bad form to not have a conversation, especially when you're making money off of a photographer's work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many comments. You guys are killing it in the comments.
Thank
today.
you guys. Thank you guys.
Let me add a branch onto that tree. What if you have a cosplay commission? Do you credit the commissioner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Easily.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because they made what you're wearing.
They made what you're wearing, and you also, and the way that I look at it is I'm like, because like I try to buy almost exclusively from small business. I love buying from small businesses.
Yeah.
Commissioners are small businesses, and I think that just crediting that small business to hopefully get them more business is that's a great thing that you could do for someone, you know? And
Also, just a sidebar.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us talk about photographers because they
Yeah.
are the unsung heroes of the cosplay community.
Completely. We try to mention them as much as we can, and we would love to have. We in the future definitely want to do episodes with some photographers.
Oh,
that we
absolutely.
have. Yeah,
Absolutely.
because their experience, they get treated so shittily at these cons. They get treated like such shit. They get treated with like they have to deal with a lot of stuff from a lot of people, and ultimately a lot of they are also working really hard to gain notoriety to try and make this a job for themselves, and we cannot commend you enough on that and the hard work that you do, especially after a con, after you take thousands of photos and everybody's asking you for
Where are
edits.
your pictures? Where are our pictures? Where are our pictures?
Guys, after a con, unless you specifically had a conversation where you were like, we have had an agreement that I'm going to get my pictures in a week. Don't bother the photographer for a little while.
Pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
You're not the only person they're shooting at that con, almost certainly.
You're not the only cosplayer at KATSUCON or any other convention. Calm yourself.
Let's see. People are just talking about cosplay drama and how we all hate it. Again, thank you, Kelsey. You have to ask for permission, ask for.
Also, worth noting, on your business cards, it is always wise. Unfortunately, I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I haven't done that because I was stupid. And
Wait, what didn't you do?
Credit the photographer who took the picture of you that you put on the business card. One of the things that we just did recently with with the Catt and Kristen business cards was Valdman Photography took a picture of us and we used it as the picture on the card.
Yeah.
On the back of it, we made sure to put photo credit to the Valdman photographer at Valdman Photography, just so that there's no ill will between cosplayers and photographers.
Yeah.
Just so that everything is kosher and
totally
right as rain.
Yeah.
Like, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. Because someone may end up saying, "Oh, well, I took that picture. Why didn't you credit me?" And you're sort of screwed because you didn't credit them.
Yeah. It's easy enough to do. And again, unless you have an explicit conversation with that person beforehand. That's all. Also, I'm really glad to see photographers that are getting happy about this. My friend Molly is in the comments. She's an amazing photographer. If you're looking for shoots for KatsuCon, though I'm
same with
sure
JC.
She's very booked. Yay! All the photographers.
All photographer people.
Yay!
Again, we cannot emphasize enough how important it is to credit your photographers. Credit your photographers, tip your waitresses, you know the jag.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, worth noting.
Yeah.
If you are having a paid photo shoot, you best pay your photographers. You best pay your photographers.
I was gonna say I've seen people get angry about photographers asking for a direct deposit before the shoot.
When you commission somebody, do you not pay them before they send
before they start sewing?
Before they start sewing?
Yeah. I've seen people complain about this. No. That's no. Unless, and we'll get to the end of this, but like, unless you are working with someone that you are concerned that they are not going to show up. But number one, if you are concerned, why are you working with them? And at that point, then you can say to them, I can pay half now and I'll pay half at the shoot or I'll whatever. Then there's reason to negotiate, I guess. But like, no, pay your photographers.
There's an unspoken agreement.
Yeah.
When a photographer and a cosplayer create a time slot for that specific cosplay.
Yeah.
If either party fails to deliver.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. It creates friction between the cosplayer and the photographer.
Yeah.
it creates this sort of strain that trust is broken, understandably so. And it's a really messy situation.
Yeah.
So unless you're in constant contact with either your cosplayer or your photographer, there really is no excuse for you to miss a shoot that you've not only paid for, but that a photographer is ready to shoot for you.
And
because photographers get incredibly booked.
I was about to say, and that's the other thing, is that photographers asking for a direct deposit too is saying, you have committed to this block of time with me, and whether you show or not is... or whether you as a cosplayer show or not, I have scheduled off this time for you.
I have cordoned off this amount of this block
my time
for
is
you.
Worth. And that's what photographers have to do. Like, so many of the photographer friends that I have literally have shoots starting in the morning, going on until night at every half hour. Like, if they
I remember
have to.
I had roomed with Waldman Photography last year at KatsuCon.
Yeah. Oh, he was so
didn't
booked.
walk into
Yeah.
He didn't walk into the room, and me as a concerned parent
Yes.
didn't have him walk into the room until 12 midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Appreciate your photographers.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Cannot emphasize
Their
that
time is really their time is literally money for them. Like, so just put that in perspective of, like, you're paying them for a service. They will be there for that service. If they don't show for their service, then that's a totally different different scenario.
That's a different set of circumstances.
Yeah, which, to be fair, I really don't hear of happening that often, of paid. Maybe it's because, like, research your photographers before you work with them, I would also say.
Oh,
like,
you had to say that.
What?
Oh, you had to.
What? Research your photographers a little.
4chan.
I never use 4chan, so I don't even think about that.
As vile and contemptible as 4chan can be, you will find some information that may be quite valuable to you for your photographer friends.
Really?
Yes.
See, I never use 4chan, so whenever we mention 4chan, I'm like, I don't even know.
It's not something that I personally would recommend because you always have to take what other people are saying with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But, again, like she says, research your photographers.
Yeah, if they've worked with a friend of yours, just ask the friend, how was your experience with this photog?
Exactly. Even research other cosplayers.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
For as many, I don't want to say for as many photographers as there are cosplayers, but it is true. Yeah. There are a lot of photographers and there are a lot of cosplayers.
Yeah.
And the rumor mill does tend to spin out some truths from time to time.
Definitely. Yeah. So just, like, obviously make your own decisions based off of that, but it's totally worth researching. Let's see. What do you think is the period when you finally hit up your photographer and ask about the photos? Like, how long after the con?
Month.
Yeah.
Month, 2 months, tops.
Yeah.
It also depends on what you ask your photographer to do.
It really depends.
If you ask your photographer for edits, if you ask your photographer for a different type of coloring, a different type of saturation, whatever the case may be, it will determine how long it's going to take for them to essentially give back your photos.
Definitely.
I know that... I know that I'm still waiting on some photos, but I really just don't. I'm not broken up about it.
No.
You get the pictures when you get the pictures.
Yeah.
Time to a photographer is very valuable.
And there isn't anything wrong with politely asking the photographer.
Oh, absolutely not. Cordial. Be cordial.
But you'll definitely see people that, like, will publicly post stuff about photographers saying that they haven't gotten their photos yet and all this other stuff. And, like, again, unless you have had a conversation with the photographer in which you had an agreement by what date you'd have the photos by, then there's no, you've got to, again, these people are literally photographing hundreds of cosplayers at these events.
Also,
yes.
Asking your friends to message their photographer friends on your behalf is shady.
Oh, that's so shady.
That's shady.
I hate that shit. Yeah, I hate. Also, shit-talking someone because you haven't gotten your edits back yet, but you haven't actually asked the photographer for your edits back yet. Like, that's a broken line of communication there. Like, that's... Also, if it was, to be honest, if it was a free shoot, you also did that at your own... expense. Things do happen, things whatever. Really paid shoots are the only guarantee in getting photos back. So just take that also with, which is, it's shitty to think that you might do a little shoot with someone and then never get whatever photos back. And if you see them elsewhere, then that's a whole other issue.
One of the things that I love about, and I'm gonna be quite honest here. One of the beautiful things about free shoots is that it's a surprise.
Yeah,
it's such a wonderful surprise when you shoot with somebody and you exchange business cards and whatnot. It can be months down the line. It could be even the year after. As soon as you get those pictures back, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a happy little present.
Literally, a photographer 3 days ago posted a picture that he had taken of me as Gwenpool last year at KATSUCON, and I was like, that's right. I forgot about this photographer. And I messaged him real quick, and I was like, do you want to set up a shoot at whatever? And that's great. Awesome. That's awesome to find new people. But you also, again, you have to take that with if you didn't pay for it, there's a chance that maybe
you may never get those pictures.
You might not ever get them. Nikki said, I shot with a person for 2 days. I asked them about the photos a month and a half after Katsu, where I got all the other photographers' photos of me. And they said, oh, they're coming. 2.5 months later, how's the photo coming? Oh, I'm finishing up. 8 months later, still nothing. Again, was that a paid shoot? I assume that was a paid shoot. That's not great. That's obviously not the best of circumstances, and I understand being upset over that, especially if it was a paid shoot. If it was a paid shoot, that's fucked up. But it's, obviously everybody's going to have good experiences, bad experiences all over the spectrum. But the best that we can do is just try to also be understanding of the photographers.
Yes.
As the photographers should also be understanding of the cosplayers. If somebody does reach out to you a month and a half after, I don't think that that's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous if they're rude about it, if you're an asshole about it,
No, I agree. There's a difference between going to them a month and a half saying, hey, I know it's been a while. I know that we shot at KatsuCon or whatever convention. Just insert convention. Have you gotten any updates for me? Is there anything you can possibly provide for me?
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Versus, where's my photos?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Be respectful to the people that you're working with.
Yeah.
Because, remember, this is a community.
Yeah.
One bad thing happens, everyone's going to find out about it.
Definitely. Molly made an amazing point, which I totally have done before. She says, bring a friend with you. I always encourage people to bring a friend if they're working with me for the first time. And that's a great idea.
Brilliant.
That's brilliant. Have your friend be, even if you and your friend are in cosplays and they have somewhere to be like, can you walk with me to this shoot? Just to confirm that it's a real person, that you feel comfortable before you move forward.
Like we've said in past videos, there's strength in numbers.
Oh, definitely. And there have definitely been times before where I've gotten messages from photographers, told them I'm bringing a friend, and they've gotten very weird about it. That is a red flag.
Shady. That's
Do not
red flag.
shoot with them.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
If you say I say, okay, cool, I'm going to bring my boyfriend with me, and they get mad about that, do not shoot with them. If you say I'm bringing a friend and they get mad about that, do not shoot with them.
Shoot with them. Do
not shoot with them. Absolutely not. That is shady as fuck, and they are not worth that time.
They're not.
No, definitely not. So that is a great, what's it called?
Yeah, because unfortunately there are photographers out there that will take full advantage of a person.
Oh, without a doubt.
If they're not, specifically because boudoir shoots are up and coming, lewd shoots are up and coming. Be mindful, research your photographers, and just check your resources.
Literally, Jason says here, you have to research the photographers. We scheduled time to work with a photog who was 45 minutes late because he was getting upskirt photos.
Classic.
Research your photographers.
Classic.
Were they consensual upskirt photos? I don't know. Just be really respectful, and again, just be really respectful in general about photographers' time, as they should be respectful about your time. You're in agreement. Yeah.
That's a thing. What's happening? What's JC saying?
JC is saying...
I still love my cos kids photos.
Yeah. Sometimes, as a photographer, it's hard to say that the shoot didn't turn out well, which happens. That I would love to talk to a photographer about when you know that a shoot has not gone well. Because that is true. Sometimes, as a photographer and a cosplayer, you just don't match.
Two different wavelengths.
You just don't match. Yeah. Yep.
But again... You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to equate this a little bit to actual relationships.
Yeah, do it.
Trust, honesty, and communication are the backbones to any and all relationships.
Completely.
Talk to your cosplayers, talk to your photographers. If you feel the shoot didn't go a certain way, or if you feel it could have been done better, let them know.
Yeah, give that feedback.
Like, there's a difference between it being, oh, that shoot was fucking awful, and here's what we could have done different.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be better next time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that there's a sort of difficulty in doing that because you don't want to disappoint anybody, and I think that's, you know, the human condition. No one wants to disappoint anybody, especially if it's for a job and it's paid.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be that sort of like half a step after the shoot where it's like, did that go well? Did that like go the way I wanted it to? And it's okay to ask either party, do you think that went well?
Yeah.
And be ready for some honesty.
Yeah.
Like,
just the other day, there was a wonderful post that was going around in Cosplays and Photographers, this Facebook group.
Yeah.
And I actually saw our friend Phil, Nightmare 6.
Nightmare 6.
Nightmare 6. He actually responded to this wonderfully. A girl asked, she was like, what? I was in the middle of a shoot the other day, and I felt like the photographer was really not getting my best angle, and I kind of bared through it, but I was wondering what photographers think about me stopping and being like, do you mind getting some pictures from this angle because I really feel like it's my better side or whatever.
There are a couple of cosplayers that have done that.
Yeah, and Philip had a really wonderful response to it. He was like, listen, I have no problem with people stopping and asking that, and I will take a couple shots. He's like, because sometimes it is totally true that the photographers end up in a place where they're like, this is the best shot, not necessarily the best picture of you. And there really is a balance that you can find with photographers. Again, as long as you're respectful with them, as long as you aren't like, you're not shooting my best angle, please start shooting my best angle. As long as you're like, hey, could you get a couple of shots from me from over here? I really feel like this is a better whatever.
I don't know how I would respond to somebody being that much of a bitch.
I've seen people be so bitchy too. It's
That's just not okay.
Ugh. Yeah, it's shitty. Let's see.
I am enjoying this time. Thank you guys. Like, thank you.
No, this is great,
so
and this is entirely recommended by you guys. So we really appreciate all the suggestions. Let's see. JC says, most of the time I can't tell if it went well until I start editing, and that's sometimes the case too.
That is sometimes the case.
Yeah.
But again, keep the lines of communication open between you and cosplayer or you and photographer.
Totally.
Like, you know, I can only say make friends in the cosplay community so much before it's like this was more of a business transaction than it was a building block for friendship.
Yeah.
And I like yes, it's there will be times when it's strictly business.
Yeah.
And you know in your heart of hearts you will not be anything more than this being a business relationship.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's just sometimes what it's gonna be. I like this comment from Jim saying, I think it's important for the photographer to know about the character cosplayers are portraying. Like, if I, as the photographer, don't know the character the cosplayer is dressed as, it'd be super difficult to do that shoot. Here's what I will say from the cosplayer's perspective, because I know for a fact that there are photographers that are shooting characters they don't know, and I can't blame them for that. Like, that would be really difficult to get selective about. These are only characters I know. Cosplayers... First of all, photographers, I know a lot of photographers that specifically ask for what character you're cosplaying so they can look up reference images to get a sense.
Yeah.
You as a cosplayer also come with some poses and stuff on your phone. Show the photographer. Tell them a little bit about the character. That's something that I will say Jason does really beautifully, is that he literally, my first shoot with him, he asked me, he was like, so what does this character do? Tell me a little bit about this character's personality. And that tells a photographer tons that they need to know about the sorts of shots that they should be getting of you and what you should be giving to them.
No, it's the truth.
And they can direct you better.
One good example that I have of that was when we did our pool party shoot.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people don't know who B. Arthur is. I know that a lot of people don't know the like what I produce. B Pool was literally just something that I concocted out of a comic that I read or a couple of images that I saw out of a Deadpool comic. And like Phil, bless his soul, was so understanding, and
he completely got it. He was so great.
He knew what he wanted Beepool to be, which was sort of like this She-Hulk wannabe.
Oh, it was amazing,
and it worked.
One of my favorite shots is both Nikki and I grabbing your guns, and I literally have my hand like this on the gun, looking at it, and we're like, and you were just standing there smugly.
And
it was perfect.
It was perfect. So good.
It was great. It really does add an extra layer to the photos.
So when the photographer knows just even a hair of the character you're cosplaying as, they can take you from 0 to 60.
Yeah. And that's definitely a tip to the photographers too, is ask what character your person is cosplaying, and even just make a little folder on your phone or whatever for all of the photos of people that you're taking that day.
For cosplayers it's easy because it's
someone you're so familiar with.
It's costume play. There's a reason you're dressing up as this character, because you know you can act like them.
Exactly. Yeah. And Molly says, tell me about the angles thing. Always know your best angles. Asking for additional shots or letting me know it creates mutual trust.
No, it's
amazing.
True.
Great. Also, Nikki says, yes. See, bitch. I'm so glad that moment of comedy.
I am so ready to cosplay as Ursula again. I have missed being the sea bitch. I really have.
Oh my gosh. Ed says on the subject, Kristen, please God me. I assume you mean guide me on your character on Friday, and I totally will. And that's something that I will come as a cosplayer prepared as of my character is from a new game. You might not immediately know exactly who she is. So I will tell you instantly what she's about, show you a couple of photos. Oh yeah, then he corrected guide. I will show you a couple photos, because then that's also, it's just making the experience better on both ends. It's ensuring that I have a good experience, you're having a good experience, mutual trust, bada bing, bada boom.
At the end of the day, we're all artists in our own way. Whether you're a seamstress, whether you're a photographer, whether you're an artist, whether you're just doing anything involving creativity. We're all in the same type of genre. We need to work together.
We will all lift each other up.
Yes.
We all lift each other up.
We are your support bros.
That's it. And truly, again, cosplay photographers, unsung heroes, they make us look like the superheroes we are trying to be. And that is so cool. There is nothing better than when you get back a photo, and it represents your... See, I was doing single ladies. I was single lady, though I am not one. But regardless, nobody yell at me.
He's going to.
He's going to yell at me. He's gonna go. Oh my gosh! But regardless, you.
Who keeps on angry reacting to this nonsense?
Who are you?
Why
are you angry? I'm coughing.
Why are you angry? Why are you angry?
But it's true. There's no better feeling than getting a photo back and being like, I fucking look like the character there. I look like the character there.
It's a nice feeling.
It's a great feeling. You've worked for so long on a costume that you're hoping will make you feel and look like this character, and bam, there it is.
Yeah.
Up, there it is. You see, bitch.
I love / hate you.
I love / hate you too.
I love / hate you.
Let's see.
Wow, we are at the hour mark.
Oh,
kids.
we are?
We are at the hour mark.
See, that went well. Thank you guys so much for all of your comments. That was so... You guys were great. Stay classy, San Diego. That's it.
Oh, milk was a bad choice.
Oh. I love lamp. Yeah, we can't wait to see all of you guys at KatsuCon. We can't wait to meet some of you that we have not met before.
That we have not met
before. To introduce each other to new friends and all that sort of stuff. And again, Friday, we are on a panel.
Friday at 11:30 in the morning.
Yes.
We do not know what room we will be in, but there is a panel happening. Included Tomcat, Shut Up Kristen, Brooklyn Link Cosplay, Alana Leilani cosplay. And everybody loves Tony Ray.
Yeah! Get into your cosplays, grab your coffee, make sure not to spill it onto
We hope to Christ we are in our cosplays for 11:30.
If all goes well, I will look like a mer person. I will have a mermaid tail sticking out of my head. So it'll be great to meet people that have never met me before in that cosplay, because that's truly a, like, what the fuck does she look like underneath that cosplay?
Also, something important to take note of.
Yeah.
We have been feeling a little under the weather.
Oh, yeah.
The stress of KATSUCON has, like, affected a lot of people.
Yeah.
Take your vitamins. Drink your tea. Like,
wash your hands.
Like, get as much rest as you possibly can. Drink plenty of fluids, and hope to God that you're ready for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Truly. Yeah.
And that's all I have to say.
We didn't discuss the cosplayer of the week.
We did. We discussed it last week.
Did we discuss it last week?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Our cosplayer of the week this week is IAmOroro.
Oh, yes! Okay, yes.
She is... her capes, man. Her capes are...
Cape
everything.
goals.
Her capes are absolutely 100% to die for.
I love.
Whether it's Polaris, Scarlet Witch, Storm, she does a phenomenal job. You can follow her on, if I'm not mistaken, Instagram at IAmOroro.
Yeah.
And also on Facebook at By the Goddess Cosplay.
That's a great name.
It's one of Storm's expressions.
It's just great. I'm just saying it's like one of the best. It's like that, claiming that, scooping that up. Good job.
But yeah, I think other than that, we'll have a feature page for her. We'll do what we usually do.
That'll be up, all that sort of stuff.
If you'd like to follow Kristen, you can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Patreon under the title Shut Up Kristen.
It's true. If you want to follow Tomcat, you can follow at TomcatConMom on Facebook, the.tom.cat on Instagram, etc.
I mean, I do have a YouTube, but it only has old videos of me singing karaoke poorly.
God bless.
No.
God bless.
Also, no, actually it doesn't. It has, because I remember posting videos on Facebook. I was able to, like, swipe them and then...
Yeah, and then repost them. Yeah.
It didn't work as well as I thought it was going to, but that's okay.
You live, you learn.
You live, you learn, and then you get loves.
Woo!
Other than that, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Effie!
I know. I need to cosplay as Effie Trinket.
Why are you not doing this
because, of course, I do.
It's such an emotional roller coaster. Realizing how much of Effie you are, and then having to cope with the fact that you've never
cosplayed as
Oh, I can't. It's too much. This is just too much.
But yes, we will see you guys at KATSUCRUNCH. Hopefully, we will see a number of you at KATSUCRUNCH.
Yeah.
And
get there safe. Hydrate.
Get there safe. Chamia for now.
Mumbai, Dubai, bye. Oh, I don't think that ended. Nope.